going on, everyone? We are heading down to the shop just like every other day, but we didn't do too much filming at the swap meet. It was kind of a dud. I didn't really get much, didn't really sell much. Little things did well. My buddy Ray with the K20 truck, he brought a lot of little items. He killed it. He sold a lot of shit, but me, I made like 40 bucks there. It didn't even cover the expenses of the weekend, so it was a wash. I did not film anything because it was a wash, and it was a waste of time basically. I should have went with DJ and Dagnell and Ant to that big car show that they went to instead. It is what it is. But today we have an exciting thing to do. We got a nice big package from Japan. So we're gonna see what kind of goodies we got, open it up, and yeah, let's see what we got from the motherland. All right, pulling up to my house to pick up this package. There she is, straight from Japan. Package is safely secure. All right, we're at the shop with the package, and we're gonna see what we got. Here it is. We got this little thing too, no motor in it. This is like an 06, 05, 06, 07 Quad Master 50. We are going to do something with it. I don't know what motor to put in. We're gonna put something in it, make it cool. This one has suspension. We got this little one that I've had for a long time. We're gonna get a front fender for it, for my daughter, little babies, and put a OEM seat cover on it. This one runs and drives. And that one we're gonna build to compete with this one, so we could have some little races and drifts and fucking stuff like that. It's gonna be super fun. That one's got a built motor in it though, but something happened with it. And I think I put too big of a cam in it because I ordered the biggest cam I could buy. It's got an 88 big bore kit in it, ported head, and a couple little odds and ends. But I put the biggest cam I could find in it, and now it has zero compression, and it's got a high compression piston in the 88 kit. So I think the big cam is too big and it's keeping the valves open a little bit. I tried adjusting them looser just so it'd close them all the way, but I'm not getting any compression. So we're gonna dig back into that, try and get it going, because that thing will be a little ripper. But in the meantime, let's concentrate on this box. Let's see what we got. Start off with number one. So number one is this cool SARD vintage oil cap. Very cool. It's in pretty good shape. A couple little nicks on it, but yeah, old SARD stuff. Love it. It says, we have acquired high-grade technical development, ability, and accumulation of data. Be improved by SARD. They always have the coolest little slogans on it. And it's always in English too. I never got that. That's a good question. So, have a Sylvia here. Never meant to leave Japan, but it says Sylvia in English. And this option sticker is a Japanese sticker. Why does it say option in English? And tune up car and life in English? Why is that the case if it's supposed to be for the Japanese market only? So again, Sylvia, why does it say only Sylvia in English? Why does it say Nissan in English? I've never known that. So if someone has an answer to me, why is there a lot of English on Japanese only cars and parts? This SARD thing, this whole thing is in English. Why? I want to know why. But that's part number one. Real cool vintage SARD Nissan fitment oil cap. Here is number 2 and 3, but mostly just 2. I'm just gonna do 1 for now. So number 2 is we have another vintage HKS EGT gauge. It is missing most of the hardware, but it is a good replacement gauge for the one I have in my truck. And I can just use mine as an example and either make new harnesses or just find replacement harnesses which are available. So I got it for pretty cheap, so I grabbed it. That is another HKS EGT gauge. Here's number 3, which is a nice silicone 8mm set of spark plug wires for the Silvia. So the ones that I put on there, they were brand new, if you guys remember, because the car was misfiring when I got it. So I ordered some replacement, and they're crap. They don't fit right. And I mean, they work, they do the job, but they don't fit in the spark plug holes. They're like 3 or 4 millimeters too tall, and they're just really low quality. So I ended up getting these for like $22. I won the bid for. They are pre-owned, but they are in very good shape. So for the 22 bucks, they're like 150, 160 bucks brand new. So for the 20 bucks, I figured I'll just grab them, throw them on my car because the fitment will be better, and they're blue, so they look cool. So that's number 3. Okay, so here's number 4 and 5. Like before, when I said I was gonna combine 2 and 3, I picked up the wrong one. So here's number 4 and 5. I picked up another matching HKS boost gauge, but instead of it being an electronic one, this time it's a mechanical one. And I got it cheap because it was missing the light harness, but here is a brand new light harness that I paid $6 for. So I think I'm like 40 bucks into this gauge setup, which they sell for 150 to 200 on the regular. So I think I did pretty good on it. But yeah, another gauge. So I now have like 7 or 8 of these HKS gauges. I am a big HKS fan, so maybe I'll sell a couple, maybe not. But I wanted a mechanical one to run in the Prado, so we're gonna probably throw this in today and finally have a boost gauge in that thing. As you guys can see, the little harness pops right in. So now we will have the light setup all done on it, and it is now complete. Since it's a mechanical gauge, you just put a vacuum line directly to it and hook the light up. I have 2 of these gauges that are electronic boost control, or electronic, and I can't seem to get them to work right. So one of them I actually didn't test, but one of them I couldn't get to work right. I don't know if it's because it was a diesel and there's no vacuum really in a diesel, so it kind of threw me off. I don't know. I have some more turbo cars coming in. We're gonna put the electronic ones on some of my newer turbo cars, which are gas powered. So we'll save those for the gas powered cars, and we will use this in the Prado, and the fact that we're going turbo with the Silvia. So we'll have HKS gauges for everything that I have turbo. So that's a good thing. Next item is what probably made this box a bit heavy and cost so much, but I had bought another 3-spoke steering wheel for my Prado. I actually think I like this one better than the Altezza one, although it doesn't have the little hand grips on it. But I like the design of this one better. So, and it's pretty heavy. I didn't realize how heavy the damn thing is. So, this came out of like a Toyota Noah, which is a family van, something along those lines. But it's just a nice 3-spoke black wheel. So, I mean, there's a little writing on it that I gotta clean up. That'll come right off. And we might check this out. We might throw it in the truck, see how it is. And, you know, that way we could choose which one we like better. All right, the last piece we got is a Holy Grail piece, like I said. And here it is. This is a full old logo Nismo cluster. Not gonna tell you the chassis. If you know what it is, you can put it down in the comments. But yeah. The car I got actually has a little less than this kilometer-wise. So we're gonna have to see if we can do something to make it match. But yeah, full Nismo cluster. You do not come across these, especially for the chassis that it's going in. But it's super, super cool. 280 kilometer and 9,000 RPMs. The car that it is going in is turbo, and they only come automatic. So this auto section is gonna go, because when we get done with it, it's not gonna be automatic. But this is the first piece that I have collected for the car that is on its way, and it is gonna be a pretty big project, and I think you guys are gonna enjoy it a lot. All right, now that we've seen what was in the box, we are going to pull off this beautiful but shitty sounding HKS sport exhaust, and we're gonna throw the stock exhaust back on. I sprayed it black just to change up the tips. All right, so stock exhaust is on, And Mr. Dagnell's here. And he is the one that told me, don't put an exhaust on because it's going to sound like shit. And I said, I'll buy the HKS Sport exhaust because it won't sound like shit. It's like a stock style exhaust. Nope.
No.
Sounded like shit. So we're back to stock exhaust. We do have the poly hangers. I high heat blacked it. But we do, however, have the test pipe in it. So let's fucking pray that it doesn't sound like shit still. So far, so good. Better than Scott, better than it did.
Better than that.
Before we fix the leaking test pipe and throw it right out the fucking window, I do have another one. It requires a little bit of welding, but I do have another one that will work. We're gonna change these plug wires and we're gonna throw the SARD cap on just to see how it looks.
It's perfect, yeah?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
For a Nissan.
And it looks good too.
It does look kind of cool.
Beautiful. Look at that, huh?
Nothing wrong with it.
Perfect.
Looks cool. Nismo will be going back on, but just wanted to test it out. But for now, we are going to throw the new wires on. Now have the new silicone 8mm Ultra BPs on. And they fit much better. They're way tighter and they look cool. So we decided to do a little oil change on the Sylvia because you're supposed to after doing cams, and I never did. So decided to do it real quick because I have some oil here, and I forgot that I had bought this little I bought this little thing, magnetic oil plug drain bolt, billet steel, and I seen it on my toolbox, so I was like, let's do the oil change. Oil looked good. I mean, it's a bit dirty considering I've only driven the car like a half hour, but whatever, needed to be changed. Fresh cams in it. There was no metal or anything in there, so it's always a good sign. All right, we got the new magnetic plug in there. Job well done, Ant.
That's right. That's it.
Hard day's work done.